All right. Okay, here we go. Well, hi, everybody. We have so many exciting things going on tonight. Are you ready to hear about the new product? Oh, they're going to be awesome. So, you're going to hear about the new products. You'll get to see it. I'm going to share a couple of announcements first. We're going to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day, and we're going to talk about how to nail this cruise. Who's excited about earning a cruise? And even if you're not excited about earning a cruise, who's excited about $1,500 extra dollars? Okay, so either way, it's an awesome thing. So we're going to lay it out as to how to earn the cruise, and we're going to give you tons of handouts. I have a really cool thing that I'm going to offer you if you say you want to earn the cruise, that we're going to offer you to be able to help you and implement that. So we got lots of great stuff going on. That's why I want you guys present and in the moment and listening. All right, really exciting things going on right now. Okay, so quick announcements. This month you can earn, who earned the key jewelry last month? The gorgeous necklace. This month it's a gorgeous bracelet, a key bracelet. It's super cute. A couple of things. Last night I did a call to excellence and I posted it. If you want some of it, stuff y'all heard before, but everyone else thought it was cool. So if you want some inspiration, you can go ahead and listen to it.
Listen to it. Okay, take it from us who used to get her every week, and we don't get her every week anymore. Listen to it.
Yeah. Anyways, I post on our Facebook page. It's a great little inspiration. Okay, cruise. We're gonna lay that out in a second. This Monday, the first Monday of every month, we are gonna have an area-wide meeting like we're having now. To really pump up our area, since we don't always do Brianna's unit. Okay, so this month, you guys know, what did they put in the starter kit this month? Yes, so there is an extra $69 of product in the starter kit. Are you excited? $460 of product for $100 this month. This is the time, you know, we're going to give you some tips as far as things to do as far as how to follow up. But this is the time to follow up with people and let them know, oh my gosh, what did they just put in the starter kit? This is your time to do it, an extra $69 in the starter kit. Also, what they've done this month is they extended that $50 team building bonus that they did the last couple of days of January. They extended it for all of February. So I'm excited about getting a $100 bonus. How do you get a $100 bonus? How do you get a $100 bonus? Yes, you team build, and then they come in. Right, either their initial order is $600 or over the first 4 months. So the first 4 months it can be a cumulative, and you still get a $100 bonus in addition to the commission, which adds up really quick. Like Amanda had done the math on hers, it's awesome. And then Red Jack's got a promotion last month as well. And a raise, yes. Okay, so we are going to share with you guys the new palette tonight. Oh my gosh, this thing is so pretty. No, that's sorry, I was trying too hard. This is the new palette. It's so pretty. I love it.
You guys, it's amazing, you guys. It like fits inside of your wallet. Like it's smaller than a cell phone, and it has
sharp. This is super. Who wants one for free? Okay. How do you earn this for free? I know I launched a promotion. Faces and 3 credit checks if you didn't hear. Either or. If you do both between Friday, you get the palette and then one of the squares filled. Okay, so you can earn the gorgeous palette between now and Friday by 10 faces, 3 career chats, which I'm actually going to lay out tonight how to do a career chat, because once you're leaving, be able to feel equipped to be able to do your own career chats. Excited about learning that? Okay. What?
I want to add something real
Add
quick.
something,
So,
please.
if you have a customer who uses home correcting serum or the vitamin C squared, use that as a tool to get in front of them and recruit them. That's what I'm about to do with my girlfriend, because she's like, she's been looking at my product. I'm like, okay, she wants face wash and she wants home correcting serum. I'm like, would you like to pay full price? Or would you like $460 in product?
Much better deal. Much better deal. And the vitamin C. So the tone correcting serum, let's talk about those products really quickly. Do you know what they are? Does anyone know? Do you guys know what the tone correcting serum does? Okay, about half the room nodded their head. The other half didn't. The tone correcting serum, Brianna, I'm going to put you on the spot. What does the tone correcting serum do? Brianna! Yay, Brianna!
This is one of my favorite products that Mary Kay was very intentional about using plant. They've been in our products for a long time, way longer than the tone correcting serum, but they're very intentional about their marketing on this one. We were the very first company to use navy bean extract to correct evenness in skin tone. And I tell you what, you guys, it's amazing because I legit had this cute little freckle that was growing right here. And it was growing, and my husband lovingly said, "Sweetie, that's not a freckle, that's an H spot." And I lovingly said, "Hey, those are words for divorce."
It's a freckle.
It's a freckle. It's just a big freckle, and the tone correcting serum is going to make it smaller. It does, and it did, and
It saves your marriage. Don't correct it. That's why you love it.
I love it because I got her at the spot. He stopped talking about it. But in all seriousness, the fact that it is made with bean extract and that we were the premier company to launch a tone correcting serum with navy bean extract is huge. And then the C squares are the same way. It's another first for the beauty industry to have vitamin C packed in this little tiny little. They're in here.
Oh, they're cool.
Tiny little. These are like, oh my gosh, like one of my favorite things too. So this is like enough for a month, okay? And there's 4 weeks worth in here, and they come in these. It's so cute, right? It looks all sleek and fancy. And they come in this cute little thing. I should show you how to do this because it's really cool. They're very smart about this because they know that when you wash your face, your hands are slippery, right? Because they're wet. And so you just push it right. It's a glare. There's a hole right here, guys, on the screen, and you push it up that way. That's a really bad glare. But anyways, buy it and you'll be able to find out. And the other thing that they're really cool, I'm not actually going to open it, but they're literally like, they're not like adult proof. Half our lipstick samples are. They're actually like, they're easy to open when your fingers are wet. And you stick the square on here, put a couple drops of water on, and then add the tone correcting serum to it. Add to your serum. And it's just a boost of vitamin C. It's kind of like when you're like, oh, I feel sick, I'm going to take emergency. Or, oh, I'm going on an airplane, I'm going to take some emergency. I know Kim and I are like the crazy ones in the hotel rooms that are always drinking emergency every single day when we're on trips. But it's doing that for your face. And before, like, it could be like, hey, I'm going outside in the environment with all the free radicals. I should probably put some vitamin C on my face. So yeah, no, these are the two products that are coming. I was like chomping at the bit when you were talking about it because those are like two of my favorite products that are in the starter kit for free right now.
Can you tell us all the serums that you can mix with that vitamin C?
You can mix any of the serums with it. Every single serum you can mix with it.
Serums are, which ones are serums? So tone correcting
Any
serum.
ones that say serum.
There's lifting, and then we have minimizer.
Oh shoot, yeah, poor
The
minimizer.
serum C doesn't have
All of those
serum.
say serum in them. Don't even
Is that, yes, the pore minimizer, and so really it's those four. It's really those four that you want to mix them with.
Yes, and you don't want to mix it with your moisturizer.
No.
Kelly, did you have a question or a comment?
Just for the tone correcting serum.
In case you can't hear, she said, African American, she sells a lot of that. We don't know how to do
It's important to put it over your whole face, not just a spot. Put it on your whole face.
Do it at
Don't
night.
do it in the morning.
Yes, do serum. Yeah. Yes, no sunscreen.
What happens if you? I'm just curious. What happens if
Your whole skin breaks out. No, I'm just kidding.
Your skin falls off and you become one of those skin that
No.
people are looking for.
Oh.
No, I just think it's better because your skin repairs.
It can, so it works better because, like what Candace said, it works better because your skin repairs itself overnight. But the big reason is because anything that you put on your face, like think about your body and antibiotics, okay? When you have your body on antibiotics, it's more sensitive to anything. When you have sunscreen on your face or you're outside in the sun, your skin is more sensitive. So you want to be adding those vitamins and minerals when you're not going to be out in the sun, when your skin can actually absorb them and your skin is not busy fighting off all the bleh from the air.
The bleh. Right on the
Yeah,
bleh.
the bleh.
Yeah. That's your technical word for tonight. Right, the bleh. That's
It is a technical word. You should look it up. It's a good one.
Good one. All right, so y'all are gonna tell people about the starter kit and the tone correcting serum and the vitamin C because you understand about it now, right? Yes. Okay, so a couple other announcements. Valentine's Day is coming up, right? And several of our queens talk about Valentine's Day and selling to men. There are so many great ways to sell to men. We don't have a ton of time, but you guys, after during the meeting, would you mind? I would encourage you guys to come up front and look at this gorgeous display of. Why don't you grab a couple of them so I can show them in the things they're watching.
Now my arms are short.
Like there's so many fun things that you can do with packaging the products, and really it's just a matter of just having a couple of things ready. Ooh, there's a bad glare. That's
I told you there's a really bad glare.
But you guys can come and look at all these. But the most important thing is just that you're talking to guys, and like I think it was Christina that said you need to just ask guys if they have a plan, because most guys don't have a plan. They got nothing, and they're gonna wait until like Valentine's Day to think of something. And so let them know and and they're gonna go to Walmart and spend their money at Walmart, which we don't know, boo. We want them to promote small businesses. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna show her this really quickly. Love the bag.
And then to get me from the glare, there's a tag on each pocket.
Yeah, look at the thing on Facebook. It's super cute. Okay, so Valentine's Day, have a plan, start telling people about it. The other thing I want to tell you about Valentine's Day really quickly is get into a restaurant. Get into a restaurant. I literally wish I could implore all of you to say, guys, if all of you could get into a restaurant on Valentine's Day, you're going to get 10 to 20 names on Valentine's Day. And even if you can't, it's Valentine's Day, it's on a Thursday, I think, right? Even if you can't go in on the Thursday, go in for that weekend. Go into Friday or the Saturday and go start asking now this week. Go start asking restaurants and say, hey, I would love to do a customer appreciation with you for Valentine's Day, and just get in the door. Just say, hey, first of all get it set up, and then get in the door, and then you would stand in the entryway and hand out flowers and get names. So, but I would implore you this week to work on getting into a restaurant. So y'all gonna get a restaurant? Yeah. So they can get a bunch of names. Okay. So do that. Okay, I've sad news. So these cute earrings that I promoted like in December and January, they are on their way, but I was just informed that they won't be delivered until March. So I know that fell over today. So I'm like, where are they? I ordered them in December. So a little bit of problems. I'm not gonna lie, I ordered from China. Bad idea. So we said the Chinese New Year is happening, and
It's tomorrow.
I know, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I'm really sorry, guys. Anyway, so my name's Saturday. So okay. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so I'm so embarrassed. I never told you I got it from China, but I didn't know. Okay, so I'm here to give anybody hope. I really hope so.
We're over here fumbling with the product. So
it's cool. Okay, so I think this is the last announcement, and then I'll shut up and we'll talk about the product. So the big announcement that I would hope that y'all have heard about is Career Conference. Y'all have heard about it, right? Okay. Do you mind passing a piece of paper around? Pam's got one. Okay, cool. So Pam is on top of it because Pam. We are
very excited.
We're very excited for Pam. No, so a couple of things about Career Conference. How many of you have ever been to Career Conference before? Okay, about half the room, a third of the room. I love Career Conference, especially those of you that are watching online that have never been, or the other half of the room that's never been. Let me tell you about it really quickly. It was probably my favorite event of the entire year. And if you're brand spanking new, you just signed up, I would highly recommend you come. If you've been in for a long time, I would highly recommend you come because Mary Kay is so smart. They know that we need little boosts every so often. And it's about that time where we need a boost, right? And it literally helps you propel yourself into the next few months to finish your seminar goals. And so, what? Bring your tissues. Yes. So it is all of Mary Kay in the surrounding area. So in Colorado, Texas, South Dakota, North Dakota, all Wyoming, all around. So there's thousands of people that are, if you're not local, find the closest one to you. But it's worth the drive. My first one, I had to drive like 8 hours. There's people that drive 12 hours to come to ours. And so it's worth it, but it's a powerful weekend. It's a Friday night and a Saturday. I think ours is the 22nd and 23rd.
Yes, ma'am.
It's in Denver. We have the hotels. Pam's going to tell us about the hotel in a second. So don't worry about the hotel. Just register. You can only register in the month of February. Yeah, Pam, you can come up here. You can only register. Who's already registered? Okay, so there's a few already registered. You guys are going to want to go and save your spot. It does sometimes sell out, and so you're going to want to make sure to get your spot ASAP. It's $95. It's $95, but get this. It's so worth it because you get $80 off your next order. So really, it only costs you $15 for this powerful weekend. I went, some of you have heard my story. I will say this all the time. I went 4 days in. I literally ordered my starter kit. And they told me about this career conference, and I went. I didn't even have my starter kit yet. Didn't even know what a cleanser was. But I went to this conference, and I saw the bigger picture. I saw what was possible. That with the motivation and inspiration I got from that, I came home, and it gave me the courage to warm cheddar. It gave me the courage to be braver than I was before I went to the conference because I saw the big picture, because I heard the stories of how it had changed so many women's lives. I mean, you guys see our meetings here with like 20 or 30 people, but when you see thousands of women whose lives are changed, you're like, wow, it's not just available for Candace and Brianna and Kanisha. This is available for anybody, and it gives you hope. And so it's worth it to give you hope that you can do this too, okay? So Pam's going to share about the hotel because she's in charge of the hotel, but she has a sheet of, we want to know who's planning on going, okay? So we know how many people, because we have to figure out the rooms, right? And so we need to know about how many rooms to have. So if you're planning on going, as she passes that paper around, I want you to write your name down, and that means you're going to commit to signing up. So or you work really hard to sign up sometime this month, okay? So Pam, take it over, girl. Okay, so
I'm gonna take a vote real quick. I have 2 hotels, ish. So, would you rather have breakfast or no breakfast?
Breakfast.
What? Would you rather walk 3 blocks or 1 block?
1 block.
1 block.
I thought you blocked.
So, yes.
Yes. Nobody knows.
She's so smart.
I am going to choose right across the gorgeous. Okay. So the price is going to be like $190 for a room. Y'all can split that out. That's what, $60. The only downside is that the valet is like $47. But so what?
So
It's
carpool.
right there. Carpool together, and I actually put that on here if you want to be a driver. So I put it all on here. And then squeeze your director's name in there because I forgot about that.
Oh, I know.
So start passing it down, and we're going to have some
Are you doing this with full
Yes.
areas?
Any questions? That was easy.
How much for the valet? You said 47?
We're driving. Yeah, we just be together.
Yeah,
and
so take a
argue.
little.
You'll know beforehand. You'll know in plenty of time.
I put everybody in the back of the truck.
Yeah. I would say if you have a big vehicle like a Suburban or something
It's fun sleeping with each other. Usually.
But you don't want to stay.
If you don't want to sleep with a stranger, write that down.
But we're stepping out of our comfort zone, so be brave.
Listen to Candace. We're stepping outside of our comfort zone because it is totally worth it.
totally worth
We
it.
make really
Make new
good
friends.
friends that way.
You're not gonna sleep much anyway.
More questions? Y'all good? We need to know before March. Yes,
Everybody
after
should
March 1st, I have to start canceling rooms that we don't have anybody in.
Have to pay for 'em.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, Laura, Dina, Courtney, come on down, girls. Okay, so career conference, those of you that are not local, sign up. It's gonna be awesome. If you are close, come. We'd love to have you. All
Well, I don't know.
right, so now we're gonna talk about the new products. Woo! Okay, and I will tell you, so last, a few weeks ago, the Red Jackets got to come to my house and they got to play with all the new products. And so, these lovely ladies, here you guys can get closer, get me closer, they can hear you. So they're gonna tell you about the new products. So take it away, ladies, take it away.
Oh my God. Who knows already that we have a lip stain? Oh my God, and it is water-based. That right there is enough to make you want to pee on yourself. Because I'm being honest. The other stuff, no disrespect to any, all the rest are alcohol-based, and they dry your lips out. This one does not. Okay, and so with the fact that it's water-based, and then we have our lip gloss that has vitamins and, you know, that's nourishing to your lips, that right there is going to be.
And it's so pretty.
Yes. So she's going to show you there's 3 colors. So it's lightweight, water-based lip tint, makes it easy to create an effortless bare lip look or custom look with a buildable color. Line and fill on your lips like a pro with a pencil-like precision tip.
Can you see it?
So basically, this is brand new for Mary Kay. You know, other companies have lip stains, and I come across a lot of women that they want that. You don't want to reapply and reapply. So
Yeah, pass them out.
you put it on
Pass
and
the 2 that way and then the other 2 that way.
you put it on and I think they're 18.
The water thing.
That right there alone is going to be, yes.
Yes. Wow. Stock up. Limited edition means when they're gone, people. So
And so
stock up.
we have the Canyon Coral, Magenta Mirage, and Desert Flora.
Don't be scared of that coral.
Yes.
Because the coral is beautiful. Scary. It does not look like that on your lips.
Laura,
Say that because I was the only brave one to put it on, and I was like, I don't like that. And I did it, and it looked beautiful, and it was still on my lips the next morning. Just so you guys know. I washed my face, but it doesn't come off. So, no, and I don't want to put our makeup remover on because it does stimulate hair growth. So don't use that on my upper lip. I'm already struggling. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. But use the lip scrub. I use our lip scrub that comes in our satin lip set. That's what I use. That helps take it off, but it does stay on, so you can wear. And it's lovely to layer with. You can layer with it. So Dina put on Fancy Nancy,
Yep, over
right?
the top of mine.
Over the top of which one?
I think Magenta
The
Mirage.
magenta, okay. So you can just, yes, that will take it off.
Yeah, so my friend posted yesterday in the directors group that she ran a 5. She put the lip thing on. Yeah, she ran a 5K in the morning, and then she like had lunch with a friend. She had 2 career chats. She had like a milkshake or something. Anyways, it was like late at night. She went to bed, and it still looked exactly the same. And so it stays on all day.
And it's not sanitized.
Yes. Okay. Kelly brought up a great point. It's not sanitary to demo. Okay. So you guys are trying on the back of your hand. I hope not putting on your lips. Okay. Thank you very much.
Right, yeah, you just don't want to put it on.
Yes.
And just like any felt tip marker, it can dry out. And so the top directors have informed us in the Voxer group that we have that if you store it upside down, because then it can all run into the tip. And so when you're selling them, if your customers complain of it running out, just tell them to turn it over. And let the,
Buy another one.
Or buy another one.
Well, I keep mine upside down because the color is on the bottom, so then I can see what color it is.
Good.
Smart.
So who's excited about the lip kit? Thank you, Mary Kay.
Another thing.
Yeah.
Heavy hand. You won't dry it. You have too much product on your lips, and then you're just like spreading lip stain to your teeth and everywhere else. You know this is my personal experience. Okay. So I went somewhere like that. So don't do that. Don't be me. But do it very light because you can build the color up, but you want to go in light so dry.
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Yes, an outline and then fill in.
Yes.
So use it as a lip liner and then fill in. So you want to do that in the back. I don't wear bright colors, and it was.
But it looks beautiful.
It looked really good on
Yeah,
everybody.
like that.
It looked great on everybody.
Yeah, it looks so good on everybody.
Yay! Yay! All right, let's talk about the illuminating
Oh, yes. Oh, my
drop.
God.
Illuminating drop.
This one I'm super excited about.
We only have one with us, but there's three.
So I'll have this one around. If you guys want to drop it on the back of your hand, drop it in.
Can I read up the description real quick?
So it's opening it, sharing it.
Mary Kay.
That's okay.
New limited edition Mary Kay illuminating drops. Add pretty dimension to your look with a sun-catching effect. The silky pigmented pack drops allow for blendable, buildable, custom illumination on your face, collarbone, shoulders, or neck. Go for soft drops of light or bold highlights.
I put it on.
Ooh!
So I
What do you have, Kelly? I can see it.
It's about.
So Courtney, tell them what your friends said about
Yeah, and I can tell you, I'm wearing it 4 ways. I have it on in my foundation right now. I have 5. I have it under my foundation, in my foundation. I have it as a highlight. I have it as my eyeshadow, and I put some on my lip. You go, girl.
Yeah!
It's everywhere.
She likes her shimmer. She likes her shimmer.
If you have oily skin, you can't use our luminous foundation because you have oily skin. When my friend said she puts it in the matte foundation and it gives her a luminous look without wearing the luminous foundation. It's not oily, so she can wear that one.
Can I show you what I discovered?
Yeah.
You will love it.
Yeah, come over
Share.
I got it.
What did you have, Kanisha?
What is it?
Which one?
Oh, my favorite one. The hydrating lotion.
See, I'm gonna go on my face. And be blowing it down.
Oh, yeah.
So she's putting it in the lotion?
She put it in the lotion. We can't see.
Oh, your beach
Show the
ready.
camera. Show the camera. It's blurry. Can you see it? You can see that.
Rub it in.
I know.
Now rub it all over your arm.
Rub it in so your arms are all glowy.
Okay, if you do.
Look, it doesn't matter. It's shimmering. Hey, so our lotion area is going to do this for career conference. Okay, our legs are going to be shimmery for career conference. Stage.
Very subtle.
Yes.
It's really pretty.
That's really cool. Thank you, Kanisha.
Hey, one thing that Kanisha didn't say about that, you guys, real quick. Kanisha learned that on InTouch. So, like, as much as you're learning about products at meeting, like, do your own homework too.
Except for wash your hands afterwards.
Yeah, we're a little sparkly. We're a little sparkly. Huh?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, that's a very good idea. They didn't say that on InTouch.
All right, cool.
We're gonna tell them how to get the bag.
The
So
bag.
this bag, you purchase the bag for $5 when you purchase 56 suggested retail, excluding tax, and limited edition Mary Kay 2019 spring collection products. So this is a way to upsell if you have somebody that's almost at 59. 56. If your customers spend $56 before tax in the spring, in any of the spring collection, they get this bag for $5. So this is a way to upsell your customers and tell them, hey, you want this cute bag? You're almost there. If you spend $56, you get this for $5. Or if you choose to give it to them for, I like to give gifts to my customers. Your choice. Yep. Go free.
Yep. Who doesn't like free?
All right, good job, ladies. All right, I'm gonna hand out. So one's going this way, one's going this way. Okay, you guys excited about the new products? Okay, one last thing. There's the palette, the awesome palette. Check it out. It has this cute new brush for powder. Isn't that cute? It's in there. And then they have new squares that fit in the new Pro palette as well. So those are available when? The order? February 15th. If you did preferred custom program or you're a star, you can order them on the 10th. Okay? So be sure to order them ASAP and get them in your hot little hands. I would start, we wanted you to start seeing them now because you can start pre-selling them. I posted some JPEGs on our Facebook page. You can start pre-selling them by the 10th. Like I would be telling everybody about the lip stain and the illuminating drops and the Pro palettes, telling everyone and say, hey, I'll put my order on the 10th. I am maybe even selling for 16 instead of 18. I don't know. Just to be able to get some excitement and some movement and pre-sell them by the 10th or the 15th, whenever you're placing your order, and then use that money to place your order. Excited? Yeah. Okay. Hope you're fired up about the new products. Okay. So the other big thing we're going to talk about tonight is how to earn this cruise. Okay, Becky's excited about the cruise. Anyone else excited about that? Or the money, Well, and here's the thing, you guys. If you do the math on it, I haven't even really done the math on it, but if you did the math, like you sell 3,600, you're going to have 3,600 profit from your sales. Okay, I'll break it down as far as what you need to earn the cruise. Do you guys help me? Okay, so this is why I wanted to talk about this tonight. Do you know that one of my friends, a director, she finished the cruise last month. In 1 month. In 1 month. Okay, is anyone excited about that? Y'all are like, oh, that's nice for her. But guess what? You guys can earn it too. So our goal as directors is to have all the directors earn it this month, right? Right, directors?
Yes.
We're committing. I'm committing to earn it. I know all the directors. I want them to commit to earn it. And I want you guys to commit to shoot to earn it in 1 month. Why not? You have a whole nother 5 months, but why not shoot to do it in 1 month? Because it's possible. If someone's done it in 1 month, why not you? Right? It really is a matter of being focused and having focused intention, okay? So there's 3 requirements. All right, so you guys both have 2 handouts? Okay, you guys should pass it across. I did 30 of each, so you have, okay, there it's going, but you may not have, I'll post it if we don't because maybe we have not more people than I thought.
Candace, what happens if you're the first
30. First 30,
what kind of room?
First 30 get a balcony. No. First 30 get a suite. The first 50 get a balcony. The first 50 get a balcony, and then the first 30 get a suite. A suite. And I posted pictures of the suite, and it's gorgeous. So why not be one? There's only 2 people that have earned it so far. Wow. 2 people in the entire company. So you guys, it's available. And I want you to leave with that in your mind that it is available. Why not you? Someone's going to do it. Why not you? Okay, so there's 3 requirements. If you don't have both handouts, I want you writing this down, okay? So don't worry about it if you don't have both handouts. I'll post them so y'all will get both handouts. But there's 3 things. This is it. First is 3,600 wholesale personally. So January 1st to June 30th, I'd say you can do it all in 1 month. So I'd say by the end of February, 3,600 wholesale, okay? You personally ordering. Second requirement is 6 Great Start qualified team members personally, okay? So 6 Great Start personal qualified team members. So what is that? We just talked about that before. What is that? So their agreements have to have gone in January 1st. So anybody who signed up in December doesn't count. Okay? January 1st, if you signed anybody up in January and they get Great Start qualified, it counts as double. Who's excited about that? And then she needs 6, and then the third requirement is 3 red jackets. Okay, we're gonna break that down because there's something that Chatney did. That's her name, Chatney, and I loved it. And if you're committed to doing this, it's something that I will, and I'm sure the other directors will help you as well. So she had a whole strategy of what she did, and so we're gonna start with this. So if you have this handout, I want you to look at this. If you don't have this handout, then look at your neighbors. Or did just this half the room get it? Is that what I'm finding out? Just this half
It
the room?
looks like some people in the back row.
So you guys have it there. Okay, do you mind passing a couple up front so that way you guys can share and then you guys can print out because I'm sure y'all have printers, okay? So this is a tracking sheet of the activity that she did, okay? So first of all, she looked at her personal team and she figured out, she wrote down a list of the people that she thought could possibly get into her red jacket, okay? If you guys don't have a bunch of team members, then the people that you are going to bring on, you're going to move them into their red jacket. But if you have more than 6, yes, that's exciting. If you have more than 6 team members, then I want you to make a list like those of us that are directors. I mean, I have like 70 personal team members. I have lots of red jacket hopefuls. Now they do have to have been the first time red jacket. So like Chelsea is my personal team. She doesn't count, even though she's not in her red jacket right now. She's been in her red jacket before. That's not sad face. I love you, but it's okay. You just
You
don't
can
have
still
to
earn it on
You
your
can
own.
earn it on
You
your
still
own.
got red jacket, girl.
You can still get your own red jacket. But does that make sense? So you look at your team, and you make a list of who do you think could be in red. Okay? Who do you think could be in red? And then this is what you do. You call them. So Elizabeth, you have tons of people on your team that you could call and say, hey, let's say we just picked somebody, Kirsten, I would love to see you be in your red jacket. I'm looking for women on my team. Say, hey, I'm really working on earning this cruise. I know at one point you thought about, leadership. I don't know if anything has changed, but I'm looking for women that could get excited about being a red jacket. Could you get excited about being a red jacket? And just ask. So it's always best if it's a phone call, right? That's always going to be best. So first of all, you look at your red jacket hopefuls. Then this helps you track your sales. So the other thing she did is she told everybody that she was earning this cruise and she needed to sell, her goal was to sell $6,000 in the month of January. And she told everybody about it, every single sale, because she wanted to keep some of the profit, but still be able, and then reinvest the $3,600 of the $6,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so she had a little thermometer, and every time she'd sell them something, she broke it down into, okay, she had $6,000 she needed to sell. Every $100 sale, she'd say, all right, $5,900 to go. Thank you, Amanda, so much for your order. You're helping me get closer to my cruise. Does that make sense? That she got her customers on board. She told them, when you're going for something like this, you have to open your mouth. You can't have a secret goal. If you're too afraid to even tell anybody about this goal, it's not going to happen. Let that sink in. If you want this to happen, you've got to be willing to put yourself out there and to go for it because people want to help you. But if you don't get it out there, they don't know how they can help you, right? And so you tell them, hey, I'm earning a cruise. I need to sell $6,000. Is there anything that you need? Can you set it, stock up on some stuff? Valentine's Day is coming up. Can I help you with your Valentine's Day gift ideas? You got to get the word out there, okay? So she had a thermometer that kept track of the sales piece. And then the last piece is the team members piece, right? She needed 6 personal qualified team members. So last month, was double credit month, so she was able to do it quicker. But I would set a goal to have 10 personal team members. That I would say that would be the goal, that you want to have at least 10 new agreements, and tell everybody, tell your customers too, hey, I need 10 new team members. Are you at all interested, or do you know anyone who could possibly be interested in making some extra money? And let them know, because they will want to help you with the sales piece, but also with the team building piece, okay? And so then she just had her tracking sheet. Now, there's one other thing that I want to say that I will help you with. If you have people on your team who you think could be in their red, and have team members, what she did is that she sent a letter and had a campaign system going out to the people who had team members, sending them samples, like if they were I's and T's. So let's say, who has a team member, like, okay, for example, I have a girl on my team, her name is Lindsay, and she recruited someone named Susie like 6 months ago. And Lindsay and Susie haven't done much with it, but Lindsay is on my list of someone that I called, and I said, Lindsay, would you at all be interested in being in your red jacket? I know at one point you were excited. I know life happened. Are you ready to run in this new year? She said yes. And so I said, here's what I'll offer you. So Sandy signed up a long time ago, and she hasn't done anything with it. I am going to send her a packet saying, hey, Lindsay is wanting to get in her red jacket. Here's some samples. I'm sending her samples of the new TimeWise and the microdome, because they haven't ordered for 6 months. They're not using the new TimeWise, right? And so, and a letter saying, hey, Lindsay's going to get in her red jacket. You're on her team. Try these samples. Is there any way you could help her out by either selling, doing a 24, 24, 24, or selling $300 of product, and we use that to help you place the order. So I told Lindsay, if you're willing to get in your red jacket, I will send a packet to all of your team members of samples. My assistant and I will follow up and do the follow-up for you to help you get your red jacket. Does that make sense? And so that's what I'm willing to offer. It doesn't apply to everybody in the room because you may not have team members on your team that have team members, but I want to help you get your team members into their red. Does that make sense? Are you excited about that? Those of you that applies to. So if that's you, reach out to me afterwards. We'll get the names of the people that we'll send the packets to. We'll customize it for your reds. Got it? Okay. So this helped her write down all the people who are red jacket hopefuls and then the people that were on their teams. Okay. All right. So then the last piece of this is that for most of them, whether they're your team members or your people getting into red, if they don't, I mean, obviously the pieces aren't all in place yet, you've got to do some career chats, right? You've got to share the business opportunity with them because you need your 6 qualified, and for them to get into red, they need at least 3 active team members, okay? They don't have to be great start qualified team members. They just need to be 3 active team members, okay? So the second piece of this is does everybody have this? It looks like most of you do have this. Okay, not everyone has it over here. Okay, so do you have a buddy you can at least look over their shoulder with? Elizabeth, do you mind passing? Do you guys all, do you have at least every other people have buddies so they can at least look at one? Okay. Okay. So I will post both of these things on our Facebook page for those of you that are watching online. That's what they look like. Okay. So this all is going together because for the palette, I offered the challenge of doing 3 practice career chats between now and Friday. Okay. What'd you say? Easy peasy. Thank you. It's easy. Everyone in the room say it's easy. It's easy. Honestly, I think doing career chats is the easiest thing that we do. It really is because you get to tell people why you love your business. You get to tell people why you're excited. You can't mess it up. You got that? You can't mess it up. And guess what? I don't want it to be like Candace does it. I want it to be like you do it, like Laura does it and Amanda does it, because you're going to figure out what works for your personality by doing it. Okay, and the only way you get good at anything is by doing it, right? So you're all officially challenged to practice 3 of these by Friday. You've been given the paper. If you don't have the paper, you have a printer. 12, yes. Why don't you do 12 by, yes, that's great. That is great. That is 12. 12 is perfect. Okay.
I did one a couple weeks ago, and she's like, okay, cool, you're doing great, go for it. Do this.
Yeah.
You tell them you're nervous, they'll laugh with you.
Yeah, they will. And tell them it's practice. You literally are practicing. So they're not, they come in with low expectations. You can do whatever you want, and they're going to think you did great. Okay? I promise. So, yes, thank you very much. So to count for the palette thing, you have to send me their name and number afterwards. So Elizabeth, if you meet with Susie Q this week, you can practice all you want, but to have it count for the palette, you got to send me her name and number. And here's why that helps you. So I want to help you because here's the thing about career chats. You can practice all day long, but just like in selling, the key is in closing. And I don't expect you guys to be great at closing. That comes with time, but I can help you close them. But you've got to send me their info ASAP, because if you want them to sign up, if you want any help with them signing up, I need to get a hold of them within 24 hours of meeting with you. Because the odds of them signing up after 24 to 48 hours goes down to like less than 5%. So that is why time is of the essence. So yes, have them count you. And then here's how we work together. This part's really, 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 really critical. Really, got it? Is that you say at the end, after you've gone through everything, Elizabeth, you say to Susie, thank you so much for helping. To have this count, I need you to just talk to my director and see how I did. And just be honest with her. Tell her if I was awesome, tell her if I was horrible. Like, be honest with her. But by you communicating with Susie, When I'm trying to get a hold of Susie, Susie doesn't ignore my phone calls because Susie knows that to count for you, she needs to just talk to me. Okay? And tell them, Candace is nice. She's not going to twist your arm because they think I'm the big director. I'm so scary. But I'm serious. People think this. They think that anyway. So, but does that make sense that us coaching her together helps? Yes, Amanda.
Can it be somebody that's been career chatted?
I would highly recommend someone who has been career chatted before. Absolutely. That use this as layering because it's probably like you have several people we talked about. I would highly recommend you meeting with them saying, hey, I need to practice, and it'll get them re-excited. Okay, so this is what you go through. Super simple. You tell them, okay, here's the agenda. I want to get to know you. I'll tell you a little about me and my Mary Kay story. I'll share some facts about our opportunity. I'll answer any questions you may have based on the information. You make a decision from there. Pretty simple, right? So then you say, tell me about yourself. What do you like best? What do you like best about what you do? What would you like to change about your career or life at this time? That question's critical. Your ears better perk up big time when you ask her that question. What would you like to change about your career or life at this time? That is her why. And that is because she will tell you how Mary Kay could fit into her life. Maybe she doesn't need the money, but maybe she says, you know, I have a great job, but I'm missing so many things about my kids' life. That's her why. That's her hot button. You better remember that, okay? So this part's important too. If you could design the ideal job or career for you, what would that look like? So she's literally telling you what she would like in a career. Let's fast forward 5 years from now. What do you want your life to look like? Are you on track to get there? These questions are powerful to ask her at the beginning because you're getting her to start thinking about her life and where she's headed and what she's doing, right? And most people are not on track with what they say they really want, right? Okay, so then step 2 is you tell her about yourself. Tell you a little bit about yourself, your MKI story. Okay, here's a little word to the wise. I would keep your I story 3 to 5 minutes. Some of y'all I know could share a 20-minute I story, all right? Which is great. Well, it's just some of you, but then some of you, but then there's the extremes. There's some of you like Dina, we love Dina. But then there's some people who don't even share anything. They're like, yeah, I started Mary Kay and it's awesome. Okay. Like share somewhere in there, right? Does that make sense? Share what you love about your business, okay? But don't overshare. Okay.
I'm learning.
Don't vomit Mary Kay on them, okay? The best career chats are a conversation, okay? It's a conversation. You tell a little bit. Do you have any questions? You tell a little bit. What do you think about that? You know that you're getting her to engage with you. And because sometimes you may go off about the money. You may go off about the prizes and she could care less. You lost her. Does that make sense? Because you're so excited about, I don't know, the Traverse or whatever it is that you're excited about this. She's like, I don't care. I already have a Traverse. Like, you know, but maybe she's excited about something else. So the other thing with career chats is be very aware, be watching them. Don't be so self-conscious that you're like, oh my God, what is she thinking right now? But if she's giving you some weird signs like on her phone, whatever, like ask her questions, get her engaged. That means you're going off and just talking. Does that make sense? Have it be a conversation. All right. So share your I story. This you want to listen as well. If you only had 5 minutes, if I only had 5 minutes to share some facts with you about the Mary Kay opportunity, what would you want to know? She's going to tell you what she wants to know, right? And so these hot buttons, tell me what you would want to know. Tell me what would you like to change about your life. Tell me what you like best about what you do and how you could design the ideal job for you. Listen to those things and then tell her, you know, how that would apply, how Mary Kay would apply to that. Does that make sense? Okay. Then you go through just some basic info about Mary Kay. I mean, here is just some basic info. I know on my Facebook Live I did a while ago, I said you can have this and print this off. This just has 10 reasons why people decide to join Mary Kay. By the way, I would highly recommend when you're doing these that you give her something to take home. Give her something.
Don't give her
to take.
this.
This she doesn't get.
Don't give her that.
By the way, that this is important too. I would take notes.
Yeah, print a lot of them and take notes. Like
I would print 10 and have it be your challenge to fill 10. Say, hey, my goal is to fill 10 of these. You guys, it means so much. If I'm sitting down with Elizabeth and I'm like, tell me about yourself, and I'm writing it down and listening instead of just thinking about what can I say next about myself, but I'm actually listening, that says so much. You guys, women want to be heard. They do. So shut your mouth. God gave us 2 ears and a mouth for a reason, right? In that proportion, we're supposed to use it. We're supposed to listen more than we talk, right? And so write notes. And so I just officially challenge you to fill out 10 of these, okay? And it can't be with your kids. But
Well, unless your kids are over 18.
unless they're over 18, yeah. So, but print off some recruiting packets. Give her something to take home with her. So I posted on our Facebook page, my recruiting packet is super simple. It's just like one page of 10 reasons why people sign up and a picture of the starter kit. It does not need to be anything fancy. I've been using the same recruiting packet forever. It is nothing fancy. That is not the important part about recruiting. The important part is that you are connecting, but you're giving her something to take home. That's not super overwhelming or expensive, but she can, when she goes home and talks to her husband and he asks her a bunch of questions, and she's like, I don't know, it was just fun. And then they give like, then he gives this to her husband. Her husband can read all the details. Does that make sense? And so make sure that you print some off. So whether you go through just this or whether you go through this, give her some basic information. I have a recruiting binder that I go through. I'll ask these questions at the beginning, and then I have a binder. You don't have to have anything that's fancy, but it has like checks, and it has the cards, and it has the recognition and the girlfriend times and the prizes and my friends and my husband and my friends.
No,
No, my assistant made it. My assistant made it. So that, and then it has a picture of the starter kit. But this is something really simple that I can go through that people like visuals. People like visuals. I did actually get it just recently remade. I used to have one, and my assistant just recently remade it. So I do want to use it. So feel free to have me be someone that can help you do a practice career chat and use my little binder. But anyway, so you give her some basic info, okay? Got it? Basic info. Then you get to step 4 and step 5. And you're literally just following this. You tell them, I just have to follow this. This is just practice. I just have to follow this, okay? Number 4, what questions do you have? Ask her what questions does she have, right? Write them down, and then you answer them. And then 5, this is where you just, okay, you're literally, all you got to do is just go through these 5 questions. It has the 5 closing questions. What did you hear today that stuck out to you or impressed you? If you were to become a consultant, what skills do you possess that you feel would be an asset to you building a Mary Kay business? That is really important because she will answer you in her own words why she thinks she'd be great at this. Because so many times when you say, Amy, you'd be amazing. Oh, no, I would never be good because I don't have this and I don't have this and I'm not this, right? How many times do we hear people say that? They go straight to why they couldn't do it. You are asking her to think positively and say, Amy, what gifts do you have that you think could make you a good consultant? And women are not used, and you've got to catch her because I know lots of women will say, oh, well, I'm not a people person. I did not ask you what you did think you had. I asked you what you thought you had that could make you good at this, right? So laugh about it, but get her back on track because women aren't used to being nice to themselves. But this gets her thinking about maybe I could do this, right? The third question is, what do you think you would enjoy most about being a consultant? She's telling you what she'd like, okay? 4th question, based on our conversation, I would think you would be great because. Then you answer that with a genuine thing, okay? Don't say because, ... Don't
say because you're pretty.
Because you're really nice. You know, like be genuine. Tell her, you know, I love your heart. I love that you love to take, like, that you like to help people. I mean, people get freaked out all the time about, oh my gosh, I can never do Mary Kay because I'm not this and not this. And what I always take them back to is, Elizabeth, do you like to help people? Because if you like to help people, you'd be great at this. Because that's really all we do is help people. We help people with their skin.
That's literally what she tells me all the time.
I know. It's true. And it's the same thing with leadership. Oh, I'd never be a great director. Chelsea, do you like to help people? You'd be a great director. Okay, so y'all can do coach too. Okay, so the fifth question is on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I would not become a consultant if it were the last thing on earth, and 10 being, I'm ready to give this a try. Where would you rate yourself? I would add to this, you're not allowed to say 5. Okay, because 5 is a chicken answer. 5 is a chicken answer. I always joke that I don't know what to do with the 5. Do I stalk you or never talk to you again? Like, I don't know what to do with you. So,
yeah, 5 does round up.
Yeah,
That's
5
a good
rounds
point,
up to 10. So there you go. True. But, and then you just ask, and then You lead from there. Okay, here's one thing that I always do as well when I'm meeting with someone, especially if there's a little bit of interest, but I can tell they're afraid. Always offer them my decision maker bonus. So I offer now $25 a product for free, and I usually do either the satin lips or the foundation primer if they sign up within 24 to 48 hours, okay? Because I call it my brave gift, and I talk about fear and how fear is the only thing that really holds people back. If she's like right there, I always say, you know what, Elizabeth, I don't want to press you, but I'm going to email you the link, and if you decide to sign up in the next 24 hours, you'll get the decision maker bonus. Does that make sense? If you can get her to sign on the spot, don't wait. She doesn't have to talk to me. If she's ready to sign up, you sign her up, okay? Yeah. Yeah. No, like there's literally people all the time who are that I've heard you guys talk like, yeah, she was ready to sign up. I really thought she had to talk to you. I'm like, no, you have a phone, and you can pull up In Touch, get her in, okay?
For those of you that are super new and don't know how to do that, because I didn't, and I did exactly that. I had somebody that wanted to sign up, and I said, let me call Candace. I don't know. So log into In Touch, and then go to Business Tools, go down to Online Agreements. If she's signing up now, create new agreement. If you're sending her an email, I highly recommend that you send the email right now. And just go to Business Tools, go down to Online Agreements, and go to Create New Email Invite. So simple. Just Business Tools, Online Agreements.
Yep. Super
Not,
simple.
I need to call Candace.
Not, I need to call Candace.
I need to call Candace is not the right answer.
But then afterwards, you send me their info. So you guys can do that, right? It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's super, super easy. So tell people you're earning a cruise.
When you're calling the scheduling staff, people always, I don't have time. What do you tell them? It'll only take
20 minutes. 20 minutes. 30 minutes at the most. I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
I always tell them it'll take 20 minutes, 30 minutes if you talk a lot.
Yeah. And then I would make sure that you respect that. You know what I mean? Because you can find out in 20 to 30 minutes if there's any interest there. If you need to schedule a second appointment, then you can, but you'll usually know.
If you don't get the feeling, or they're not like ready to sign up, so then
Where do you go?
the next step.
Okay, so if they're not ready to sign up or there's no interest, I do a couple of things. Number one, I say, well, thank you so much. Is there anybody that you think could be interested that pops into your mind? See if you can get referrals from them. The other thing I would do is, that's totally fine. I need customers. Is there any way you could host a party for me and bring 3 to 6 people, and you can earn some product for free? So I would always make sure that you end on a win, end on something positive. If she's not ready to sign up, then have another avenue to have that go somewhere. Either ask for referrals or ask her to book a party.
So then at the same token, we're in that room, you're going to say, okay, great, but for this to count, I need you to touch my
Yes.
commission.
Right.
My canvas,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
my grant.
And to still count. And here's the thing is, sometimes people may not seem excited right away. They also just need time to let things sink in. And, you know, I think have her follow up and just see if there is any interest there. But, you know, 1 in 4 to 5 sign up. And so 3 to 4 out of every 5 you see are not going to sign up, and that's okay.
Some
It's
people
okay.
don't sound very excited, and they end up doing a lot with it. Like, I didn't want to listen to Candace. I didn't
Oh
want
yeah,
to
she
have
put me on speakerphone
hey.
and walked away. If you haven't
Hey.
heard this story, yeah. I didn't even know.
I did not want to listen to her. I did not. No. Don't tell them that it's exactly like, I mean, literally, like my recruiter said it was like 17 minutes, and I came back at like 16 or 17 minutes. Don't do that. Like,
Well,
and
you
that's
ask
the other thing
questions.
why
No,
it's
they're
key.
there.
It's key to ask questions. But in all seriousness, you guys, Candace could have let me go very easily because I didn't want to listen to her. I didn't even want to get together for an orientation. Like, I was adamant about, I am not selling this. I've done other direct sales companies. I'm not selling anything. I was adamant, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And that's exactly where all your customers are. They don't know.
Right, you're just practicing. Yeah. All right, Amanda.
If they can't get face to face with you, can we do this over the phone?
Yeah, phone or Skype. Yeah. I'd say video chat's always best if you can, because then they're less distracted. Yeah.
They
You
don't
don't
leave
walk
you on
away.
the counter on speakerphone.
Yeah. Okay, so you're officially challenged to do 3 of these by Friday to get your palette. Or 10. But I want you to do 10 at like this month sometime, okay? And you're just practicing. Because that's how you get good at anything, is just practicing. Are you guys excited to just practice?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about the results. You've got to let the results go. I literally just want you to practice. And tell people, I need to practice. My director's so mean. She's bright, making me do this.
Don't say your director's
Yeah, I'm
mean.
kidding.
Only if your director's Candace can you say that. None of the rest of us approve that.
No.
Remember when I bang on your window at 9:30 in the morning?
Question.
And I answered my phone call.
Oh,
Oh.
what happened to that?
Oh, Pam's sending it
Pam's got it.
down.
Okay, so Brianna's
I
going to
need to
wrap
sign
it
it
up in the last 10 minutes about Red Jacket. Yes.
I was listening to the $1 million message, Nikki McDaniel.
Yes, the commitment.
Oh my God. Okay, so I just wanted to share 4 words with you. So basically, they're talking about seeing yourself on the boat. Tell everybody that you're going on the boat. Talk about it every day. Invite the person. Tell the person to take off work.
Yep.
Because then you're accountable to that person to go on the cruise. Okay, so these are the 4 words. If you guys want to write them down, I have it on my phone
Wait,
because
hold on, come back to the way.
I look at it every day. So basically, she was talking about level 10 commitment. If you're just interested, you're not going to go on the cruise. If you're just interested. If you are committed, you have to be a level 10 commitment. And these are the 4 words that are going to push you. First, you have to have the desire. You have the desire to go. Then that's your first step. The second is your determination. Third one is dedication. And the 4th one is discipline. All the time, we don't want to do what we're gonna, we don't want to make the call. Yeah. So desire, determination, dedication, and discipline will help you stay at that level 10 commitment to get on the cruise. So who has a level 10 commitment to go on the cruise? So anyways, I thought that was amazing. It was something to remember.
Okay.
All right, Brianna, I saw you. You just turn this towards you.
Can I do that?
Yep. Okay.
It's like a floating head. I'm shorter than you.
All right. So go ahead, Brianna. Finish this up with red.
Oh, you're gonna stay in here while I teach? That's fun.
I'm not Christina to come in here.
Okay. So I hopefully everybody got this. If not, I can send it to Candace and she can post it. It'll be fine. No big deal. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what's on the top of your sheet is top 10 reasons to reach for red. The first one is the $50 for each new qualified team member, which right now is doubled, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so in case you weren't excited about getting into red, hopefully these 10 reasons will help you be excited. And I am feeling super pressured because she gave me 10 minutes. Yes, ma'am.
Can you just tell me the qualifications for Red Jacket? Because that new, I have no idea.
Of course, absolutely. Red Jacket is very simple. It is 3 active team members. So 3 team members that have placed a 225 or more order. That's it. That's it. So how I first learned about Red Jacket, okay? And please take this like as, I don't know, I can't think straight right now. But I heard a training from Gloria Mayfield Banks, who literally said, you guys, it's 3 people. It's 3 people. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Whether you believe that or not, you can find 3 people. Like,
last week.
you got a neighbor on both sides. So like, I mean, there's 2. So you can find 3 people. So yes, great question. So it's 3 active team members, and active means they have ordered 225 or more. Yes, ma'am.
So does that count for me even though I've been before
Absolutely.
this stuff?
The qualifications are exactly the same.
Okay.
Okay? The only thing that if you've been in red before, you just don't count for your recruiter towards the cruise.
Okay.
That's the only thing that
But I
doesn't
can
count.
just get
And
stuff.
The double bonus is still count.
Also, they pay you $100 now to get in your Red Jacket, right?
First time red jackets, you get $100. And actually, it's first time within that qualification period. So the other thing is special trainings and classes. Okay, so raise your hand if you were at the last red event and got to open the buzz kit box. Okay,
That was so awesome.
so you guys, they have legit known about these new products since like the beginning of January, before we went to leadership. Did y'all keep good secrets?
Yes.
Okay, because if y'all don't keep secrets, then we can't do it next time. Okay.
I just told them that they're gonna be really freaking excited.
So special training, special events, and also you guys at Career Conference, there's special classes for Red Jackets. Extra classes that don't cost more, like extra training for exactly where you're at on your career path, okay? The other one, I don't know about you guys, but like I pack like 2 suitcases when I go somewhere for a weekend. I don't know why. I do. You just went somewhere, so yeah, I do. One's for shoes, and then the other one. Anyways, so when you're in your red jacket or your director suit, it's a very simple packing list. So I'm not sure why I still have 2 suitcases, but it's a very simple packing list. Black skirt, white shirt, red jacket. Done. Like so simple, okay? Makes life easy. You get the red carpet entrance at the area meetings on the first Monday of the month. Okay, that was new. You guys like that?
That was fun.
That was really fun. You get to take part in the emerging leaders training that Monique Balboa lets us take part in, which is so nice because we don't have a national. So she lets us take part in her emerging leaders phone calls. So when you're in your red jacket, you get to take part in those. You get fancy team builder enhancer that has 3 little blingy things, little crystals. The 3 little crystals represent your 3 active people. You receive recognition in the newsletter. Not only, okay, so who likes to help other people? Okay, we're all in this for that, right? Who likes to make other people feel special, right? Okay, so in the newsletter, not only are you highlighted, but your team members' names are in the newsletter when you're a red jacket. Okay, that's huge. Like, they feel special. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm on Laura's team. Like, look at us go. Okay, like, that's cool. And then you get celebrations at our area meetings and stuff. And then when you're in your red jacket is when you start to go on Target for your car. Who wants a free car? Okay. The first step is red jacket. The first step to your free car is getting in your red jacket. And then you also get to take part in different red jacket events that happen. So those are your top 10 reasons. I'm going to go over the second part. This is the part where I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, you'll see. Okay, so responsibilities. When you get a promotion at a job, there's always responsibilities that come with it. When you move into leadership in Mary Kay, there's also responsibilities that come with it. Can we make you do any of these things? No. You are your own boss. We cannot make you do any of these things, okay? They're just really nice if you do, okay? So come early to meetings and help your director, okay? Once you're in your red jacket, you know how to sign into a meeting. You know how to show a new consultant how to do that. And so for you guys to utilize your leadership skills in helping out with the beginning of the meeting and things like that, because there's a lot of you. There's only one Candace and one Christina. Kanisha and I only here once a month. So, answering consultants' questions before and after the meetings, helping set up, helping clean up, just all around helping. So this one is really, really huge, and I love this idea. Creating a 1-page newsletter for your team. Not something difficult, okay? Just something that doesn't take you much time, but it's a letter. Like typically a newsletter would have a little section of something from your heart. Like, hey, you guys, I'm really proud of you. This month we went on Target for our car, and I'm so excited. Hey, you know, this person did really great. This person did 30 faces. This person did 15 faces. Whatever they did, recognize them for it. Because you can see all those. You know what your team is doing. So creating just a quick 1-page newsletter. Okay, I cannot stress enough, do not make this hugely dramatic. Even if it's like a half-a-page picture and then a tiny little paragraph, okay? Just something so that you're putting something out there to them, email, and you're taking, yeah, to let them know that you care and to encourage them, okay? Always wear your black skirt, white blouse, and red jacket for Mary Kay meetings and events. Okay, literally, they will not let you walk across stage if you are not in company attire. So when you earn walking across stage, be sure you're in company approved, like company attire because they literally have designers that design these outfits specifically for us. So it's an honor to wear them.
It's exciting to get in the mail too.
Right?
It's so exciting.
I just ordered my new director suit for next year, and I'm like,
So cute. Did you order yours?
you gotta order it. Tomorrow's the last day for the discount, girl.
Oh, okay. I'll do tonight.
Legit, like,
I really-
it's like a 20% discount.
I really haven't decided which one I like. Honestly.
Get them all.
One of each.
Whatever on sale.
Answer, Mom.
Trying to pick my director's suit sale.
Okay,
They're beautiful.
so I got the one with the 6 buttons, even though Gina said it reminded her of Janet Jackson.
Oh my God, explanation was the boss.
Okay,
And they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
they're beautiful, and if you didn't come feel it, this is the new fabric. You guys, it's like stretchy. It's so nice.
Very comfortable.
I tried them all on.
Yeah, when you put them on, then you can like move. Nicole, I'm telling you what, you guys, since we have Nicole Miller as the designer now, oh my gosh, such a huge difference. Like the director suits used to be so hot and like you couldn't like, you were like, couldn't move and
Do you
stuff.
see the new director person too? They're gonna have
I
one
did.
director.
I did see the new person, the new Ted Bakers.
Oh my God.
Okay, and whew, way to get me back on track. I love it. First step to director is red jacket. I'm over my 10 minutes. I'm at 11 minutes. It'll be fine.
Okay.
If you have to leave, I won't be offended. Okay, so wear your red jackets, everything. Okay, so this is one of the fun parts where you get to really help build women up. You get to encourage your team members to come to things. Okay, that makes them feel like they're cared about. Like, I mean, I know probably less than half of you in this room right now, to be perfectly honest. But those of you that I know, oh my gosh, I so missed you. Like, I was so tired before meeting tonight, and then I'm just energized by seeing you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
That was such a true statement for me. I was describing it and I was like, I'm so tired. And then I got here and I'm like, these are so cool. I've never had these before.
You sound like a cat right now.
I got them for my... Hey, you're just mad because you don't get to play with them.
You should have let me have one.
You can play with it in a minute.
We'll have them the first Monday of every month.
You can play with it.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta stop talking so dirty.
Okay, so the other thing is make sure you're connecting with your team, you guys. Like, think about how often do you, when you're moving up, when you're working your business, how often are you boxing Candace? Or how often is Candace boxing you? Or Kanisha or me? How often are you communicating with us? Well, communicate with your team the same way. We're trying to lead by example, and we're communicating with you while you're working, that you should be communicating with your team too. So just reach out to them, tell them that you were thinking about them, ask them if they need help with anything. It's really, they are gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you they're good, or they're gonna ask you how much is a Fermine eye cream. Like they're not gonna ask you difficult questions, you guys. Like,
Good job, man.
nice. You the best. That was the question I had this afternoon. So not from somebody here, so come to meeting and you know your stuff. The other thing about a red jacket responsibility is strive to be a star. Oh my gosh, you guys, don't miss being a star. I cannot stress that enough. Don't miss being a star consultant. Stars do drive cars. Strive for a 3+3+3 week. So that means 3 sharing appointments, $300 in sales, and 3 new bookings. Yes, TK.
Is that $300 wholesale or retail?
Retail. It's just sales.
Okay.
Retail. Set goals. You guys have a goal. Like, have a daily goal. Like, my goal is to make 15 calls, or my goal is to book Susie Q because we haven't nailed down a time yet. Whatever that may be, but have daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly goals. Okay. Don't take like 5 hours to set your goal. Okay. Your goal can simply be, I'm going to make 10 booking calls tomorrow. Great. Start there. Your goals will naturally come to you, but just like have goals. Always have goals. Training expectations. This one's fun. So when you're in your red jacket, be prepared to teach the skincare class at your weekly meeting. Now, I'm just gonna say this very nicely. You guys have a large meeting, so the chances of you guys needing to teach a skincare class, not as high. There's lots of red jackets that can do it, but part of your responsibility as a red jacket is to know how to do it. Okay. Your director will let you know when she needs your help, so just be ready. And schedule goal settings with your director. Schedule them. Be like, hey, we need to make a goal setting, so let's get on that. What's a good time for you? It can be over the phone, it can be video chat, it can be in person, whatever it needs to be. Okay. Really great way to do that is to do 26 Pink Power Days and get a coaching coffee. Okay. So now that I told you all the exciting stuff and all the responsibilities, who's ready to move up into the red jacket? Oh, good. Because I have 10 things that you can do to move into your red jacket. And these are way more simple than the other ones. Okay, first one, attend all functions. That means come to your meeting. Okay? This is not on your paper, by the way. Come to your meetings. Come to career conference. Like, do those things. Come to all functions.
Those who show up, go up.
Yes. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals. I feel like I just said that. But those are things that are going to help you move up and help you. Like, that's one of the reasons it's a responsibility when you're in that position, is because that's one of the things that got you there. You don't stop doing the things that got you there. Say your daily affirmations. Oh my gosh, talk nice to yourselves. Seriously, talk nice to yourselves. Like, I don't care if your affirmation is, oh, it's stinking hot today. I don't care if that's your affirmation. Start somewhere. Okay? Have goal posters. Gloria always says to trash your house. Okay? But have goal posters where you're going to see them. I don't hang out at home much. Okay?
In your car.
So put it in your car. Put it as a background on your phone. You know, something. This one's always fun, and I hate talking about this one. Okay, evaluate your appearance. That does not mean critique yourself and make yourself feel like crap. That is not what that means. That means if I walked up to somebody in the grocery store, would she want to talk to me?
Yeah. Put on your Mary Kay face.
Would she want to be a part of what I'm doing? Would she be interested in me, or would she be like, why are you talking to me?
Right.
Okay, you guys, this is so.
Always have mint in your purse.
I'm keeping it real. Keeping it real.
In all seriousness though, like Dina's absolutely right. The other thing is dress professionally, you guys. Like, I mean, like, you should be covered from, like, you know, we're adults. We know how to cover ourselves. Okay, if you're bending over to get something off the bottom shelf, nobody needs to see up your dress. And nobody needs to see down the front. Here's a really crucial part to this though. Like, don't miss this, you guys. When you're at an appointment and her husband walks into the kitchen and he looks at you instead of her, do you think she's buying anything from you?
No.
Do you think she is ever hosting a party for you again?
No.
No. You look professional and you be covered. Okay? Professional and covered.
And wear perfume.
And brush
Brush your teeth.
And don't wear too much perfume.
Yeah, some people are allergic.
Yes. Okay, so if nobody has complimented you on your hair in 2 weeks, cut it, dye it, or buy more. Okay? Something. I can't dye mine anymore, so buy more. I did. I cut it. I cut it like a month ago. Right before leadership, I cut it. Okay.
I'll take a shot.
This is another thing. This is another thing you need to do to get serious about moving up. Organize your family. They have to know that you're serious about this. So when you say, I'm doing Mary Kay, okay, are you really? Or are you looking at the pretty products that you bought? Are you holding parties? If your parties are canceling, are you doing a different income producing activity? That is not party time, it's income producing activity time. And if you don't know what a weekly plan sheet is, that is totally okay. We cover it in new consultant training on Saturdays at 8:30. Here. So organize your family. They need to understand how important this is to you, but they also need to see you working. Otherwise, if you say this is important to me and they don't see you working, or your party needs to reschedule and you're like, oh, I'll just stay home with you. No, you're working. If you were working a different job, you would still go into work. Even if your meeting got canceled. And so you don't get to stay home if your meeting gets canceled. You still go into work. Do your weekly accomplishment sheet. Sweet Jesus, do your weekly accomplishment sheet. Okay, like I cannot tell you.
Sweet baby Jesus. Do it.
That's all I
Anyway.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry. That was the only way I was allowed to like
say that.
yeah, growing up. So anyways, and I met another friend who says sweet Jesus. Like she said it, I was like, oh, I say that too. It was so weird. She's another director. Anyways, she was training and she said it and I was like, oh, I say that too. And then I felt cool because she drives a Cadillac and I was like, sweet. Okay, so please fill out your weekly accomplishment sheet. You guys, this is not because we want to go through our emails as directors and like click on each one. That's not why we ask you to do it. Okay, we don't want to see your zeros. We're not trying to embarrass you. That's not why we want to do it. Okay, there are different parts to your weekly accomplishment sheet. One, if you're seeing 30 faces and you're not making, like $1,000 in sales, we're gonna talk. You're struggling somewhere. And we want to help you. If we don't know what's going on, we can't help you. And if you're doing all these sharing appointments, because there's a part on there where you put, okay, you don't need to put their home address, okay? On there, you just name phone number, okay? You don't have to fill out the home address portion of that, just FYI. But when you fill that out, we can see who you shared with, okay? And we can say, oh, look, you shared with 10 people last month and you don't have any new team members. None of them followed up with me. How can we change what you're saying so that we can coach them better to follow up with me? Okay, we can help you when you fill that out because we can see what's going on in your business. Okay, so to find that, if you don't know, In Touch, Business Tools, all the way at the bottom, it says weekly accomplishments, right next to online agreements. The other thing on In Touch, if you are ready to move into your Red Jacket, one, there's a Red Jacket e-course on In Touch under education. Do that. You're like, check. Ask your director. or ask your recruiter. So the other one is, if you haven't completed MK University and you want to move into your Red Jacket, oh my gosh, complete MK University. It's so simple. It's like 12 little short videos. Okay, Candace says I gotta go. Okay, last one is go to work. Okay, go to work. That's the last one. Go to work. Okay. I thought Christina was doing.
She is. Where's she at? Is your work?
Where's Christina? I was waiting for her to come back. Okay, everybody stand up. Candace is in there though.
Let's just do it.
Okay. Well, I don't know that one. I know the one.
I'm a woman. I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
Okay. I am a superstar.
I am great.
I am great.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am